Good morning, guys. Welcome. Anon, just me, Nick, Alessandro, Antonio. Welcome, guys. How are we all doing? Sorry, I'm a little bit late again. It's becoming the normal now. I think streams at 10 minutes before London Open is looking good. It's been profitable during this war. I'm glad, Anon. That's what I like to hear. Well, not about the war, but that you've been profitable. Yeah, we got about 8 minutes left until London Open, and I've looked at GJ very briefly this morning, guys, and I will do a full breakdown just now. You can see yesterday we were extremely bullish. Streams used to be at 9:30. Yeah, literally, streams used to start at 9:30. No, I do need to get back onto that, but yeah, I'm too slow in the mornings now. Too slow. Let's see what we got here. Gold. Why is that going? What's our range? Quite tight there. Do you ever trade Nasdaq? I'm looking into that. And Bitcoin, I used to trade Nasdaq, was very profitable trading Nasdaq, and then just stopped because I preferred trading these two. But yeah, Nasdaq, I mean, it does move a lot, but you know, a lot of people, you know, promote it as this thing where you can just flip accounts and flip accounts and flip accounts, but it's not really like that. Bitcoin's pretty cool. I don't trade it. I see Bitcoin as more of an investment than a trading sort of thing. But I mean, I know a lot of people do trade it and make a decent amount of money trading it. So if you're looking into that, go ahead, Anon, go ahead. Yeah, Vatrix, ask me on another day. Okay, let's do GJ first. Let's go look. These adverts are really starting to annoy me. Let's go look on the higher time frames. Okay, so we obviously had a very, very bullish day yesterday, and you can see that that's caused basically us to reject this weekly sort of area. Remember, we are kind of still in this weekly support area. You can see we've tapped down, broke below it, and rejected straight away and came straight back up. So that was yesterday. You'll see how bullish yesterday's daily candle was. It did come all the way down from this level of daily support, so you can see we respected this daily support, formed support on that level, and then came up. Now we are sitting on a level of daily resistance. This is obviously something I'd be taking into consideration. Got a daily resistance level right over there, which obviously once we drop down to low time frames, we're going to have to fine tune a little bit, and then we'll be able to find some support zones also on the low time frames. Market structure wise, if we're going to be looking at market structure, we are now, today's Thursday, so we take into consideration the current daily candle, so you can, weekly candle, so you can see that is bullish. It's more or less jumping in between bearish and bullish at the moment. I would not really say that the weekly time frame market structure is too important, just because it is so doji at the moment, but I would say bullish because obviously we've rejected this area and have come all the way up. Daily market structure bullish as well. Our 4-hour market structure is, have we got a candle? We didn't get the candle close yet above this level, but this is our low. This is the point which created that low. Actually, no, this is the point which created it. So we are now bullish on the 4-hour. Sorry, I don't know why I was looking at this high. So this is our low. This is the point which created the low. You can see we got a candle close above that area, making this our point which created this high. So we are bullish in market structure on the 4-hour as well now. So that is 3v0, and then obviously this is where we can start marking out some support and resistance. So we got a resistance area that was marked out from the daily, and then here is our support. Now we're going to obviously fine tune those as we drop down to the lower time frames. We have the support level. What I would do with this is Let's just look at these ranges which we have here. Yeah, this is going all the way down. We'll put the support down there. You can definitely see we are bullish in market structure on the 30-minute time frame. And you can see the area that we're rejecting right now. Remember, we don't really want to see our, if we're going to be marking safely, we don't want to see our support and resistance through the wicks. So let's just mark the top of the wicks. And we are currently on this resistance area. So you can see we just broke above it. So now we can update this zone. And this becomes our latest area of resistance, because you can see if we break above that area, look at all these clean candles we have to trade in to the left. We also have 4v0 bullish market structure by pure technicals. So I will be looking for buys. Maybe what can happen is we come down to this level of support, for example, we'll form some support and then start moving back up. Or once we break above 155, 233, and then we can start making our way back up to maybe, this is a key level. You can see this is a previous level of support, so we might turn that into resistance and then continue the upward trend. Otherwise, I would say, yeah, sells I'm not really too interested in. Maybe if we flip 30-minute market structure. Let's trade crypto. Still, again, no us in trading, me, you, and I. I mean, me, you, and everyone else. And no, I'm not going to trade crypto. You can though. Just want to make money so bad. Anon, I'm starting to think trading isn't for you, my man. You can't be chasing the money like this all the time. Botrix, you and me are similar, willing to risk it all for freedom. Convinced you're not a person, Anon. Different on FXCM. Let me just check that out quickly, what yours is looking like. Yeah, that is because of the gap. So once this gap is corrected or filled, sometimes your broker is only going to do it a bit later on, then it's gonna look very different, because technically this is saying that candle started down here as opposed to up here where this weekly candle closed. So if we go to, I like to use forex.com because you don't get gaps in the market. You can see that's where the weekly candle closed. So this is exactly where it would have opened. So it doesn't make sense if it opened all the way down at the bottom of this wick. So let's just put in here potential buys. Wouldn't even say sells below this level, to be honest with you. I'm not really interested in taking any sells on GJ. After the open, I think I'll do a gold breakdown, yeah. You can see we are kind of rejecting with this rejection wick, we are rejecting this level of resistance, but again, that's a very low confirmation that now we're going to start moving up. So what I would obviously like to see is if we are going to form a bullish candle, then that is the retest complete of this area, and then I'll be much more confident with buys above this level, because then technically we've broken, retested this area, and then we can move back up and then retest the high, create a new high, and kind of continue that, come back down, break the high, retest the high, and so on. So we're just going to have to wait and see how this candle closes. Very, very bullish at the moment. We also broken yesterday's daily high, but you can see the problem that we have right now is being on our daily resistance. That is our current problem. Look at the higher time frames. Yep, 4 hour, if we can get maybe a retest of this resistance level or come back up and then break above these sorts of levels, I think that we could again be good to go. But let's just wait and see. What news we're in for. Unemployment claims coming in a bit later today. We also have some PMI coming in also a little bit later. So this is half an hour after New York Open, and then yeah, no real high impact GJ news coming in. Tomorrow is obviously the big day, guys. So if you are feeling a little bit worried about, you know, the news and that sort of stuff, or the news affecting your trades throughout the week, what you can do, and I know a lot of people do this, is they won't trade you know, the day before NFP if they want to trade NFP, just because they don't want to take unnecessary trades, because we obviously have this coming in. So if you are looking at trading NFP, maybe take it a little bit slower today. Don't risk so much. Gold could definitely be coming up to 1935 by the looks of it. Got some messages in the Telegram here from Rourke. Do you ever take trades on the daily time frame? Yes, I sometimes do. Just a much bigger stop loss, and you know, that's always going to be take longer to play out. Yeah. So sometimes. Nick, I see you have a chart here. Let me just check this out quickly. Potential sells below 1923. Potential buys, perfect buys. Riskier sells because obviously you have this rejection wick, but time of high volume wouldn't be a problem. Continuation sells below 1913, that's fine, got some clean range, a couple of rejection wicks got to be careful of, and then continuation buys about 1947. I mean, honestly, if we can break above this 1947 level, there will be, you know, huge potential. And then you have your market structure as 3v1. I haven't actually checked out the market structure. Let me take a look quickly. Hi. Bullish, yeah. Daily's bullish. Weekly is bullish, and then 1 hour I'm assuming is low. Yeah, bearish. 3v1 perfect. Do you ever swing trade gold? No, I don't swing trade. I've taken only a handful of swing trades recently. How long are you in markets? Great chart. Stay away from swing trade. Anon's giving you some tips there, Nick. I mean, put it this way, Nick is decently new to the markets, I would say. Like, I would definitely say he is new to the markets, and he's marking out zones better than, you know, I would say at least 80-90% of traders, because he knows exactly where he wants to see a trade happen. He isn't looking at taking trades in stupid areas of consolidation, or as people who like to trade institutionally say, order blocks, shit like that. He knows not to take trades in that area, and then he's happy to wait for those candle closes. So very, very good. I don't think Anon's human either. Anon, could you maybe give us a little bit of a background on yourself, like some like where you from, how old are you? These are the questions we need to know. Sorry, the answers we need to know. I have a confession, I bought at 155, 136, 155, 136. Well, I hope that you secured profits. How far up did price go? And ooh, 9 pips. And I hope you're not still holding that. Just me. I live in Durban, I'm 27, living at home because of blown accounts. But trying to become free. You know, I respect it. I respect the grind. Still holding. Playing a risky game there, just me. Very risky. If I was in that, I mean, your technical stop loss level is here. When this candle closed bearish, would have closed half, and then obviously your other half would have been stopped out. How old are you? You could say 24. Unlucky. Account blown soon. I mean, unless he's full margining the trade, I don't think he's blowing any accounts. I'm 14 working as a slave in a building somewhere in Gauteng. Interesting that you got Wi-Fi and YouTube working as a slave. Good morning. How's gold bearish on the 1 hour time frame? Morning Stanley, how are you? I will, yeah, no problem, I will explain that. So remember, we need to identify our high or our low. So what we do is, let me just make sure that this did close below. Yeah, it did. Okay, so this is our high up here. Now we need to identify the 2 or more candle pullback which created this high. So here's 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So those are all pauses, right? Here's our 2 or more candle pullback. So what we're going to do is we're going to mark the low. Remember, we always take the lowest point at our 2 or more candle pullback. Let me mark that in green so that it's clear. So now what we look for is to transition structure. If this is our high, we need a point to close. We need a candle to close below the point which created the high, which is marked by this green. So now you can see we got that candle close. Now we look for the area which created this low, because now we are bearish in market structure. So here's a 1 candle pullback, a 1 candle pause. Here's another 1 candle pause. Here's your 2 or more candle pullback. So this becomes the area which transitions structure bullish, because now we are currently bearish. So we need a candle close above this point to transition structure bullish, or alternatively we get a new low created. So we'll create a new low and then we look for the point which created that new low. But you can see that we have not created a new low and we haven't got a candle close above this point. So therefore this is all on the 1 hour counter trend. But if you based it on all the other time frames, we were still bullish. So this is with the overall trend, this bullish move. But based on the 1 hour time frame, we are still bearish, because this was our low. This is a point which created the low. We haven't closed above here and we haven't created a new low. But based on the overall market structure and the way that we look at overall sort of trend, we are very bullish on gold. That's very obvious. Like, all you have to do for that, I spoke about it on the Discord call yesterday. So when you come and look at the chart, are you looking left to right, bottom left to top right, or top left to bottom right? That tells you quite a lot. You can see this. We are looking from the bottom left to the top right. Bullish. GJ yesterday was obviously, or 2 days ago was bearish, and then yesterday we started moving up. Still the Oaks phone with a lot of data. This chat, oh no. So everyone here from South Africa, I think there's a large amount of people here from South Africa, yeah. Okay, waiting for the support to form, because once again guys, then our retest is kind of complete of this 154.913 area, and then I definitely do see us starting to move up again. Even if we don't get this beginning move, if we don't have the candle confirmations for that, what I will be expecting then is still candle close above this area and then a possible continuation. May even be an impulse, who knows. Come to Durban. I don't know, I didn't enjoy Durban when I was last there. Too humid, that place. It's got some nice, decent beaches, I think, there. Okay, I was looking at 1950 as the high pivot point and 1911 as a low. Maybe I should zoom out. Yeah, so sometimes that can be a frequent, you know, sort of error that some people can make. So what they'll do is, you were using this 1950 point over here, but if you look back, this is still our high which we had created, and then this was the point which we did exceed, making this our low, and then this is the point which created the low. So yeah, no problem. Sometimes that's just something that you'll pick up as you start identifying structure more and more, is the where to locate your high and your low. Sometimes what I'll do as well is I'll make sure I need to see 2 or 3 candle flips. That means I know I've started far back enough. Sorry, structural flips. And then I know. Yep, no problem. Just quickly need to respond to a message quickly, guys. Hi Ronnie, welcome. Oh, Patrick's, I don't know what you're on. Just read these messages in Telegram. How come no zone for 1950 on gold? Because it's so far up already. I mean, there's going to be a zone here. I know that if price breaks above there, I just don't need to mark it in. That's not where current price is. I normally mark my zones on where current price is. So I know that the more recent buys, or the sooner price gets here, then I'll be able to take buys, or below here. Sells I'm not really looking at. I think there's a good chance we're coming up on GJ, so Jasmine, you may be in luck if you're still holding those buys. GJ. I think GJ buys are definitely on the cards to retest these highs and then continue bullish. Created 15-minute support. Let's see what this range is. 11 pips. Yeah, I think we'll come up. Have a King's Capital discount. No discounts. Sorry guys, there's literally nothing happening right now. Not trading this range, this is going to be a no trade range. Just me. Are you? I don't know which one. Are you Alana? Just me. Can you answer the Telegram the question? Let me sorry the question in Telegram. With the area between the black and red line being considered clear traffic 2. Yeah, up until okay, so it is Alana. Up until the I would say up until the bottom of that. Let me see here if I can quickly get it out for you. That is the gold chart, I think, if if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong though. I would say that, yeah, so move your red line up a little bit more to the bottom of that support. The one which is, I can't bring it up on my screen. If there's a way of you sending a link, then I can bring it up on my screen, but unfortunately I can't right now. Actually, if I do this, you might be able to. No, it won't let me. So yeah, I would say that where you have that bottom line marked out, move it up a tiny bit so that it's at the bottom of the support and then it's clean traffic. But yeah, you marked out the correct support there. I was on GJ, you say.
Perfect gift for the friend who's been getting a little too comfortable during quarantine. Maybe your son, father, or your boyfriend. In which case, it's really a gift for yourself, ladies and gents. Manscaped and their new performance package. This all-in-one kit that helps you maintain every bush or forest located below your head. Starting off with the star of the show, the updated lawnmower 3.0.
I think that the only time that we're going to be doing possible discounts on the on the courses, guys, is going to be when I do the bootcamp, because I want as many people to be involved in that bootcamp as possible. That's going to be extremely good information, and the bootcamp's definitely going to be this month. So the only thing with that is I'm not going to do a discount on the monthly rate. I'm only going to do discounts on the full price, so the advanced and the beginners course. Otherwise the monthly rate isn't going to get discounted, because there obviously are some people sign up at the monthly rate and then it's not fair for them. They'll have to unsubscribe and then resubscribe at a discounted rate, and then they've paid twice. So there will be a discount on the full price courses. If that answers your question about can I have a King's Capital discount. And that's going to be, yeah, this month.
It's just very ergonomic too. Oh, it also includes a dedicated charging dock that uses USB, so that makes traveling with this a breeze. Lastly, the blades are removable, which you can subscribe to get new blades sent to you every 3 months. Unless you're pretty careless like I am, in which case the included blade is more than enough. As an all-in-one kit though, you've also got goodies for after you ship, like a deodorant for your balls. Just because you can't smell it doesn't mean it's not there. And I can confirm that this one does smell like a new car, or whatever else is smelling. Then for the times after shaving, when it can get a little uncomfortable, there's the Crop Reviver Ball Toner, which I can only describe as like a breath mint, but for down under. Honestly, just keep this in your bag and you'll thank me later. A new addition to this kit though is the Weed Whacker. It's got all the greatness of a lawnmower, but designed for the hair hiding in smaller parts of your body. Your nose, your ear, your wherever. As it still includes their skin safe tech, so it's one less thing you have to worry about when sticking it into any of your holes. Finally, they really didn't skimp on the all-in-one aspect. A free storage bag is included with the kit. It's got this Pebble Brother look. To top it all off, because it just makes sense, they also throw in a free pair of boxers. And all I can say about this is it's really damn soft. Stretchy too if you need the space. But like I said, a perfect gift for your kid entering adulthood, or your boyfriend who hasn't gotten off the sofa since buying the PS5. You'll be doing yourself a favor.
Yep, at these points we just gotta wait, guys. Just gotta wait. Just gotta wait. Yeah, I do know that, Alana. I was just talking about it in general. Because I did mention it towards the end of last month. Okay, we are moving up on GJ. This is great. Exactly what we want to see. Because I think we are going to then continue with the overall bullish move for the rest of the day. Well, I don't really do the courses. Like, the courses isn't really for King. Obviously, I want to grow King's Capital, but the courses are not my main source of income. That's for sure. This 30-minute support form is very strong, and therefore comes to the range before the resistance mark at 153. Would type C be valid? Invalid, and yeah, so I mean the range is already gone. You can see that there's no way that we can type C this. So what we're going to have to do at this point is wait for a type B entry above 155.233. So that's going to be above this level. Got that late London volume again. Yeah, the whole reason that I started this, like King's Capital, and started the stream and all that stuff is because I wanted more people to have a better view of Forex and Forex trading. It's like you look at the industry and you just see a bunch of bullshit. So I wanted to offer, first of all, free education the right way. And then secondly, make people better traders and make people understand that Forex isn't this little side hustle that you can do which is going to make you rich really quickly. Like, it's actually a full-time job and you need to put in, you know, the equivalent of any other degree to be successful in this industry. So yeah, see how much we've moved here. About 8 pips. Problem is, obviously we have that level of 15-minute resistance and a massive lack of volume, so that is not really helping. Let's put here. This range is only 18 pips. I'm not really liking it, but can mark it out anyway. Buys would be much more interesting. So entry on the 15-minute actually wouldn't have been a bad idea, I don't think. Let's check out Bitcoin. $40,000. So we've been coming up recently. How did the monthly close? I actually wanted to see that. Yeah, so we actually did respect that support level, the monthly support on Bitcoin. That means if we break this monthly high, I think we could be going, maybe retesting these sort of highs within the next few months. Obviously the situation in Russia I think helps out a little bit as well. These sorts of things. This week has been extremely bullish. Up $8,000. We are on daily resistance though. Bitcoin is a pretty interesting watch. It's actually not that very hard to analyze either, because this thing impulses a lot. Lots of clean candles. See, what it's probably going to do is consolidate, and then whichever way it breaks out, it'll go down or up for like quite a strong push, similar to gold. Strong consolidation leads to a strong impulse. Okay, how did we close on GJ? Okay, so our retest is complete. We've now broken through this area, this level of resistance. You can see we then came back down to that level of resistance, form support, and now we should see ourselves, I would say, within the next, I think maybe even before New York, possibly at New York, we could see ourselves, if we get the candle close above 155.233, we could be creating some new highs. And by that I just mean created a high, pull back, create a high, pull back, and then continue this overall move. That's what I do want to see. Might consolidate for a little while. Any other pairs volatile is gold dollar. Currency pairs, I think GJ is the most volatile. GU used to move a lot and nice ranges. Sorry, not GU. GA. This pair has some decent ranges, and like the candle sizes are also, like this was 30 pips. I just think that the spreads on this pair aren't the greatest. Let me just see what the range is up here. See, because the problem is it started to, yeah, 30 pips. So as soon as you start trading like things like UJ, so like USD JPY, this pair is ridiculously bad. Don't even know why I still have these markings. Must have been from last year. This, yeah, like that's, I mean, a candle that big on gold or even on GJ is going to be like 30-40 pips. And on UJ, yeah, this pair just doesn't move. It's terrible. It's one of my worst. But I'd say if you're looking for an alternative, GA moves really nicely as well. Well, it used to, when I used to look at it. Let's check our market structure on here. Coming down pretty nicely. Form support, might break daily support. 4 hour extremely bearish. Got some clean 4 hour candles to the left. It's going to be your trading range. 38 pip range, not bad. And buys above here to about here. Why is the support at 154.822 and not 154.894? Check that out for you. 894, so I'm assuming you're talking about this one, just because there's no point in marking out this support level, because if we mark out this support level, our next support is right here. And obviously we have these rejection wicks, so you actually mark it from the bottom, right here. This support level I just had marked in because there is some clean candles to the downside, but you know, it's only 15 pips worth, it's not huge. So 9.4 would have been up here. You can't, I wouldn't mark this support because you have a support level right below it. Whereas if we mark out this support, the previous support level below this level is down here. So more clean candles to trade into. That's why this support I've also marked out, because if we break below here, clean candles. There's no point in really marking this one out, because if we break below this support, we've got 8 pips of range. 8 pips of range is definitely not enough range to trade into. So this way we have much more range. So continuation sells, initial sells, continuation buys basically above these levels. We might start ranging a little bit and then continue. Gold's coming up. Yeah, we are coming up a little bit on gold. See what our 1 hour is looking like. Very tough situation here on gold. 4 hour, breaking 4 hour resistance. Yeah, I think this one's personal preference. It's a massive stop loss if we do break into here. So if you want to impulse it, actually it's not that big. Well, it is still big. 55 pips. Be nice if this 30-minute candle would close above this level, because then again here you can see this was our resistance level, turned into a support level, candle close above here, and then hopefully we can wick down, break the high, and then we have this range to trade into. This is like a solid 40 pip range, 46 pip range. So let's hope for that. Getting type Bs recently has just been not ideal. Anon's already in. What are you talking about, Nick? He's in buys from up here, my man. He impulsed up here. He's holding. It'll be interesting to see how this 4 hour candle closes on GJ as well. When I was coming down, 30 minutes seems to be coming down. Still not really interested in sells. I have a 4v0 bias. Very important to be patient, guys. If you are, able to trade 2 sessions, or you feel like you disciplined enough yourself to trade 2 sessions and not take too many trades, it's impossible for you to go a whole day without, or I think maybe it will happen once or twice in a year that you'll go a whole day without seeing a possible setup entry. So let's say these are against your bias, these sells. Don't get tempted into taking them because someone else is taking them, or you think, I might not get another trade today. There's another session coming up later. There's in between sessions, there's market closes. You will find another entry somewhere along the line. Just be patient. Let the market do the work for you. You don't want to be chasing moves and just taking crumbs or unnecessary moves. I'm certainly not taking these sells. I'll wait to see the setup I want to see. such a bullish week on gold. Wow. Got about 5 or so minutes left, guys. Just gotta wait. Looks like shit's still heating up in Ukraine. So gold could be coming up. Might even retest this high at 1950 at some point today. Whew. So if this wasn't so bearish, this was on the 30-minute, so bullish, and this was on the 30-minute time frame. At the break of this low would be a very nice type B entry. But it's on the 50-minute time frame and we have a 4v0, so just not even gonna bother with that. For anyone wondering what a type B entry looks like, that is perfect. So if this is on a higher time frame, the 15-minute time frame is too low confirmation for me. I know some people do look at the 15-minute time frame, but when I say a type B entry, this is exactly what I'm looking for. You see we have this support marked out. You can see we got a candle close below that support level which we had marked out. That to me indicates that the support isn't being respected, because obviously we're closing below it. Then the very next candle wicks up, and then what we want to see in that wick is obviously some minor resistance form, so even if that's on the 1 minute, 5 minute, whatever it is, because then what that indicates is that this, which was once support, is now being turned into resistance and is not being respected. Then your entry is usually at the break of the candle low that closed below the support or closed above the resistance, so the non-respecting candle. And then obviously you're going to want to see clear range to the left, and then that's another confirmation and you want to see it on the right time frames. And then stop loss level is placed above the retest candle high, so the current candle high. This is the perfect example of what a type B looks like. And anyone who asks, why do we need top wicks, why do we need bottom wicks, why do you like to see the wicks? The wicks is a visual indication of a retest, as well as providing us with a technical stop loss level. Otherwise, the stop loss level is going to have to be much higher up within the range if you don't get the wick. The reason, again, why this obviously is a perfect example of type B candle formations, the reason why it's not a perfect example of a type B is because it's firstly on the 15 minute, so that's not high enough confirmation, and secondly, it's very counter trend. So we are in an extremely bullish sort of market, so taking sells for me is not on the cards. But yeah, nice to see that sort of candle formation happening. It's a very nice example of what you look for in a type B entry. And those sort of entries I normally look for on the 30 minute or above. Yesterday we actually had a type B on the 15 minute on gold, which was really, really nice. That was up here. Go to the 15 minute, you can see that candle closed above, next candle wick down, broke the high, went up about 28 pips or so. I actually caught this move, 23 pips. And yeah, then came back down and then went back up. But again, this is the importance of having a bias and having an exact idea of what you want to do in the markets and what you want to see. When you approach the markets, you tell yourself, okay, am I buying or selling today? What am I looking for? For me, on on GJ, I only want to buy GJ. So I don't even have my terminal open right now. Just do whatever you can to not tempt yourself, basically. Okay, well, I don't think that there's going to be any more moves within the next 10 minutes. So I think that I will be calling it a morning there, guys. I think I will trade a little bit during NY. I haven't taken a trade today, so could possibly be looking during NY. I'll keep in contact with you guys over Telegram, of course. I appreciate all the support. Please remember to leave a like if you haven't already left a like on the stream. And please, guys, trade safely today. You can already see that if you were taking entries based on the 15 minute or those impulse sells on GJ, things wouldn't be looking too pleasant right now. We're definitely holding a little bit of drawdown. But yeah, just have a clear idea of where you want to see trades happen for the day. Have a very clear idea of what you want to be doing today. Do you want to be buying or selling? And try to stick with that if you can. But yeah, I appreciate it, guys. I will be live again tomorrow morning, same time, same place. I'll try not to be late tomorrow. I know I've been late 2 days in a row now, so I'll try my best. And yeah, appreciate it, guys. Have a good rest of your day. Trade safely, and I'll chat to you guys on the Telegram. Cheers.